Namaskar. Welcome to Prakash on Basics. I'm Prakash Zog. To be very frank, uh, for each of us, our body is the most important thing. That is the one that has to be protected the most. Who protects our trillions of cells from all possible threats? That unsung, unknown army is about what I'll explain today. That's the WBC, white blood cells or corpuscles as they were previously called. Things are a bit difficult, technical, but it is our body. So we must know about all this. Mm. Since the information deals with a lot of things with different names and functions, I'll split the information into relatively smaller bits. Uh, First, the general idea, then the details. Naturally, I'll repeat a few things as I go along. Getting a general picture of what happens is more important than knowing the technical details, the names, etc. But unless you know them, we will not be able to proceed. First, let me remind you um, of what we talked of long back. The after centrifugation of blood, the spinning of blood, uh, it splits into three layers. The central 1% of it is the one that contains the platelets and leukocytes, the WBC. Technically, they are a part of our immune system. So, what are leukocytes? Leuko is white, cyte is cells, the Greek word that was coined for it. Um, they travel through our blood vessels to the tissues, to the different infected regions. They locate the site of the infection. They produce antibodies, antibody proteins that attach to foreign bodies and destroy it. What all these are, I'll go into details as we proceed along later. There's one more word that is talked of right in the beginning itself, pathogen. Uh, Pathogen is any microorganism that can produce diseases. Basically, they are germs, bacteria, fungi, viruses, etc. WBCs detect and destroy pathogens. That's their prime job. Immune protection and pathogen eradication is what is talked of about them. They are in constant war for our safety within us. Leukocytes and the white blood cells fight against infections, diseases, foreign substances, and respond to injury. They have to reach every nook and corner of our body as soon as possible and keep fighting relentlessly till the end of one of them, themselves or the disease. Naturally, that is possible only if they are a part of our blood. Uh, they must be in such a position to reach every possible area within our body. The WBCs must also be capable of going through the blood vessels into the tissues, right up to the open wound or up to to the skin itself, from inside, of course. Mm, Collectively, all the human defense system is known as our human immune system. It has two parts, but I'll talk of that sometime later. First, let us look into the basic properties of WBC and how they are different from other cells. Basically, the RBC, which are a part of the blood. Uh, Most importantly, they have a nucleus, and they also have a mitochondria, which produces and releases energy. Uh, RBC, as I told you long back, do not have a nucleus, neither do they have the necessary mitochondria. But WBCs don't have hemoglobin. So, in their natural state, they are colorless. But since they have the nucleus, they can be stained, that is, made colored by chemicals or dyes. They can become purple or blue or pink and so forth. Uh, for example, for those who are from science, they must have heard of a stain called eosine that is used in biology practicals. Uh, they stain a particular type of WBC. They themselves, those are known as eosinophils. Um, how big are these cells? They're in micron size. Micron is a millionth of a meter, uh, a thousandth of a millimeter. So we can't see them directly as such. We need a microscope uh, to at least observe them and to know their details, an electron microscope. These are pretty small cells, 8 to 10 microns in diameter. Uh, but when they are activated, they can enlarge. And their shapes are also not really uh, fixed like that of RBC. Uh, and how many of them are there? We normally produce 100 billion WBCs per day. That's 12 times the population of Earth, human population. And they are only 1% of our blood. Mm, the WBC count, as it is known, is roughly around 4,000 to 11,000 cells per microliter. Uh, so, in our 5 liters of blood that we usually have, we have close to about 15 billion of these cells. Um, Many of them die every day and they have to be replaced as and how they are used up. Uh, if they are used up, they have to be produced. And where are they produced? They are produced in the bone marrow by our stem cells. Stem cells are our body's basic building blocks. They have the ability to divide and multiply continuously. Um, the stem cells that are used for this replenishing have a very special name. You need not remember it, memorize it, but I tell you about it. It's known as pluripotent hematopoietic stem cells. Big name. Let's break it down, and that's more important. Uh, Pluri is multiple. Potent is having a potential. Hemato is associated with blood, and poietic means creative. And stem cells are basically like the stem. That means they are undifferentiated into different types of cells. One of the for, how do you give an example? Remember, long back we talked of electricity. There I had, and light, and there I had talked of electromagnetic radiation. So that's that general category. like electromagnetic stem cells are like that general, but far more sophisticated than the electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation can become light. It can generate heat. It can act as radio waves, and they can act as X-rays. They can act as UV radiation. They are like gamma radiation, and they can produce um, it, create electrons from surfaces of metals and so forth. Create, rather emit. And they can be used in microwaves and so many things. uh, though other than electromagnetic waves, these stem cells themselves can change or modify themselves. It's like when I talk of the great Lord Vishnu, I talked of long back, who can take different avatars and do different functions as required and expected. Mm, uh, there are different types of these WBCs. Let me talk of that. They can be differentiated into broadly two types: granulocytes, that means those that have granules, and agranulocytes, that means the ones without granules within their cell itself, or what is typically referred to technically as cytoplasm. They can be further subdivided into five different categories. The granulated types, granulocytes, have an ending word "phil", like neutrophil, eosinophil, and basophil. These are the three granulocytes. That means they have grains inside. They are divided into lobes. I'll come to that later. And agranulocytes are lymphocytes and monocytes. Again, details of this I'll be talking of next time. Um, they are very important, and each of us must know them. But then, as I said, knowing names is not really very important. Um, but then people from biology and from medicine have to remember them, so they make a chain of words to try and memorize them. I'll just tell you about this. Uh, Never let monkeys eat bananas is how these names are remembered. N, never, stands for neutrophils. Let is for lymphocytes. Monkeys are for monocytes. Eat is for eosinophils, and bananas is for basophils. So these are the five different types of our WBCs. They have their own jobs and functions, which I will talk of next time. They target and destroy specific type of harmful invaders, and they have different levels within them also. Um, but just to give you a brief idea as to how they function, uh, they are constantly moving through our body as a part of the blood itself. They locate infection, but they are originally stored in a separate system called as the lymphatic system. Uh, they can also inform other WBCs of the infection itself. Then they can produce antibodies and attack foreign bodies till they get destroyed. Destroyed means they end, but how long do they live? Actually, their lifespans are quite different. Neutrophils live from 12 hours to around a few days. Monocytes live for about 1 to 3 days. Uh, then basophils live for a few hours to a few days. Um, Eosinophils live for about 8 to 10 days. And lymphocytes live for much longer, could be years also. Why? I'll remind you next time. Uh, Today, just remember these names. because each of them has a specific characteristic property. What these properties are, I'll tell you next time. And then we will go into how they actually fight for us. This is an army that we just don't know about. This is an army that is unknown uh, to most of us, but we cannot survive without them. If you've liked whatever have said, like and subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends about it. Look up on various sites, see if you can see the diagrams for them before I talk about them next time. And pass on this information to your friends. And this is a part and parcel of knowing ourselves. So even if it is difficult, if it is technical, we must know about it. I will try and simplify them as much as possible, but give you all the possible details. Till I meet again with all of you all to tell you about all this, this is Prakash Zog saying Namaskar.